team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here we go. Slide in.
52's the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Slide in. So we're going to 53.
Check 15. Check
26. 26.
Elliott breaks through the contact and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Check. 53's Mike.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off by Sidney Jones. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point, good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Cowboys take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ladies!
Do these traps. Let's go.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Touch, ladies!
Hey, defense, let's go.
On 1st down, Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
This pass complete. Wins to Ertz. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Donnell Pumphrey, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's go. Ladies!
Wins to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 76 yards as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, back man. 280!
It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball. Exactly
right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
We're going to 54, wide in.
Check 25.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Going for the deep ball. incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go. Man, 5-7.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come to ball, work.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Great.
Mike's 57.
46 down, man, 5-4.
57 to Mike.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
57. Mike 57.
82.
57's the Mike. Rock 57. You got nothing today.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, watch his slant.
Again, it's Wentz. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
86 is on the go. 86 is on the go. That's you.
Great 57.
57 to Mike. 57.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wentz again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Wentz going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Randy Gregory, his 2nd sack of the night. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Prescott. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Prescott to throw on fourth. And this is caught from Amari Cooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted, and they did.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, check Mike.
74. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, it's Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Switch it, hey. Tighten up. Here we go, 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. There goes a deep ball. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 34 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Pumphrey and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. 36.
They'll run it now out of the gun and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll drop the throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Randy Gregory bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whenever they do run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
We're going to 53.
Watch it back.
Back to throw. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final try now for Wentz. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the